Good morning, everyone. I have a new regular routine of going for a walk to get a coffee in the morning. This has been happening off and on for like the last 2 or so months because I recently discovered an amazing coffee shop like 0.4 miles from my house, so it's the perfect walking distance. Like, get some steps, get some sun, get some caffeine. Usually I listen to an audiobook on my way and it's a good time. Honestly, the enjoyment of the walk is half of the reason I am now officially a coffee addict, where I get caffeine withdrawal headaches if I don't have caffeine. So once I quit caffeine, I will indeed do a whole video on how to detox from caffeine, kick your coffee addiction. But for now, I'm still getting the other like actual benefits from it that I want, so I'm gonna stay addicted to coffee for now, I suppose. I ended up getting just a plain almond milk latte with a little bit of honey. First time getting that from them before, and it's delicious. I might do this every time, although usually I get the mocha. You guys know me, I love my chocolate. I tell myself when I'm an adult, and then I have basically chocolate milk every morning with a shot of espresso. So you can be the judge. So we have a fun new addition to our house. We just got a orangutan chilling in our tree. So I finished my coffee, as always, to kind of counterbalance the cortisol effects of the caffeine. I took a little bit of something to help my adrenals today. I took my Symbiotica adrenal support tonic. Also decided to take the omega supplement that I've been adding in here and there just because they're both in the fridge together, so I figured I would take them both. Never hurts to get some good healthy omegas in the body first thing in the morning. But when I do caffeine, I usually either do that, the Symbiotica adrenal support, or my Ned CBD oil, just to mitigate some of the more negative effects of caffeine. And then, super proud of myself, I also prepped some chicken, or I'm starting to prep some chicken, some slow cooker chicken, my favorite kind of way to do chicken breast. Just threw some chicken breast in a slow cooker with some bone broth, a bunch of different seasonings and spices, some salt, pepper, onion powder, and then a bunch of coconut aminos to add a little bit of delicious flavor. So hopefully that will be ready by tonight, but honestly I put it in there mostly frozen, so there's a chance I might just have to get Chipotle tonight again. Not gonna lie, I have been giving Chipotle way too much of my money lately. It is not okay. But anyway, I'm just outside enjoying the fresh air, getting a little bit of work done before I make some breakfast. I think I'm gonna make a smoothie. It's not particularly hot today, but it's very muggy, very humid. I am very sweaty, so I want something to like just cool my internal body temperature.
Aside from my soul,
just made my little pre-workout chocolate mint smoothie. I used some oat milk, one of those little Rebel chocolate protein guys. Threw in some oats, some SIGMATIC chocolate protein powder, a banana, a ton of ice, and then 1 drop of peppermint extract. Got a good amount of carbs, good amount of protein, good pre-workout fuel. As always, gotta give a little shout out to my fave protein from SIGMATIC. If I were to create the perfect plant-based protein powder that I would want to use for the rest of ever, this is literally it. Like, there is nothing about this that I would change, and it's very hard for me to say that about any other protein powder. Like, literally, I can't think of one that meets my standards other than this one. Here's why. Plant-based protein, it has 5 different sources of plant-based protein, not like just pea protein or just hemp protein. Since there's almost no plant-based proteins that are complete proteins, meaning it contains all amino acids that your body needs, you need a combination of multiple plant-based proteins in order to get all amino acids. This says pea, hemp, chia, pumpkin, and coconut, so you're getting good wide range of amino acids. The next thing that is huge on my checklist for a protein powder is no fillers, no additives, no lecithins, no gums, no artificial flavors, no natural flavors, because you never really know what that means or where they're coming from. Instead, it is sweetened with monk fruit extract and coconut palm sugar, which are some of my go-to sweeteners if I want to add sweetener to anything. It's flavored with cacao powder, not chocolate flavor, not natural chocolate flavor, cacao powder, just like straight cacao powder. It literally is the cleanest ingredients that you can find in a plant-based protein powder. And then the last thing that just makes me so happy is all of the adaptogens that are in this. So if you look right there, you can see all of the different adaptogens in here. We got ashwagandha, eleuthero, chaga, cordyceps, reishi, turkey tail, and lion's mane. If you know me, you know I love adaptogens. I am obsessed. I wrote a whole ebook on them. They make me very happy because they buffer the body against various stressors. These can be biological, environmental, internal, chemical, etc. stressors. Like any stressor on the body, adaptogens help your body buffer against it. And in this day and age, we are constantly being bombarded by things that are stressors to the body. Like literally just go outside, there's air pollution. And then not only that, it actually tastes really good. And the chocolate one's amazing. The peanut butter one, I love adding to like chocolate smoothies, just like throwing in a bunch of my own cacao powder and making it chocolate peanut butter. It's so good. So it's kind of my key ingredient in here to get more protein, and that in combination with like the banana and the oats to get some carbs. But as always, if you want to check out for Sigmatic, you can use my code FITAndNerdy to get yourself 15% off. I'll link to that down in the description. Go check it out. Get yourself the best plant-based protein on the planet. But I'm going to drink this, digest a little bit, and then head to the gym for a little lower body workout. I've actually been feeling like finally settled back into being on track lately, and it's making me so happy. Like on track with like my fat loss stuff, with like working out consistently, hitting my macros, all that good stuff. I feel like I'm back in the groove and it feels really good. So I'm super stoked to be going to the gym today. So super excited. I actually just got the chili pad with the Uller from, oh, hi. You ruined my surprise, Ernie. Ernie is very much enjoying the box right now and it's adorable. It's gym time. Drink my little smoothie, let it digest for a bit. Now we're good to go. I was just dancing around my room to All-Star by Smash Mouth to get hype for the gym. Comment down below with your go-to gym hype song. I need more. So as I said, today I'm doing a little bit of a lower body workout, but I'm gonna take it a little bit easy just because I'm getting close to the end of my menstrual cycle, and I've noticed that if I try to push myself in like the last week of my cycle, it usually doesn't result in feeling super balanced. Like I'll usually start to get a little bit of PMS symptoms. So I'm just gonna take it easy today, lift the heavy things, move my body, aim to feel good.
Always gone when I need you. You know I'll be there for you. Where are you now? Where are you now? Always try my best for you. You just know it is true. Where are we now?
So I'm having the most random post-gym snack because honestly, I just don't have time to think. So I was like, protein, yes, good. A little bit of fat, yes, good. This is more important than my snack. Look at it. Anyway, I have some deli turkey, some of the epic chicken bites, and then a little bit of sauerkraut. So it's just what we're doing today. Oh. Oh. Yes, I am eating this entire thing for dinner tonight. No, I did not think it would have so much volume when I was thinking of what I was gonna eat in my head, but alas, here we are. Protein packed, nutritious. Is it delicious? Yes, I think I put a touch too much salt in it. But beyond that, it's really good. I'm actually taking this to go for a little socially distant outdoor dinner with a friend, hence why it's in Tupperware. And then I'm also bringing dessert. I absolutely love the chocolate rebels, and I already opened this to make my smoothie this morning, so I figured I would finish it for dessert. This will be, I think, basically it for the day. Also gonna be chugging some water because I have not drank enough water today. Are we surprised? No.
The next day.
Hello, good morning. My room is literally such a mess right now. Don't look at it. Last night, not gonna lie, struggled to finish my dinner. Was not thinking about how voluminous all of the vegetables would be when I was thinking about my dinner, and it was actually too much. Like, I couldn't finish it. This is what I've noticed has been one of the biggest benefits in adding more protein to my diet while I've been in a calorie deficit. As you guys know, I recommend 1 gram per pound of lean body mass as the max amount of protein that you're likely to get benefit from when it comes to building muscle, recovering from your exercise, etc. So for someone like me, at roughly 20% body fat, I have approximately 100 pounds of lean mass. And so my body's not gonna really benefit from much more than 100 grams of protein. Like, beyond that, the benefits drastically taper off according to the research, unless you're like a protein super responder. But the benefits that I've noticed from adding more protein in is that it's making being in a deficit feel effortless. Like, it's just so satiating. And there's definitely no harm in having a little extra protein, especially if you're resistance training. So super happy that my coach pushed me to test that out, because it's honestly probably not something that I would have done by myself. Because again, not too much actual muscle building, fat burning benefit, but it's just helping so much. But there was one thing that I wanted to address in this video. I got a question about this the other day, and I was like, I kind of want to talk about this. You guys know I've been talking about abs lately because y'all seem to like that content, so we're talking about all the myths, etc. about abs. And the one thing that I wanted to point out is that ab workouts are kind of a waste of time if you're trying to get abs. Let me put that in more context, because that sounds like the complete opposite of what I said in my big video about how to get abs, which is targeted core exercise for hypertrophy. Yes, that is important. But the main point that I want to make is that if you are trying to get abs and you have excess body fat, so if you're not skinny fat and can't see abs, if you just have excess body fat and can't see abs, then doing targeted ab work should be pretty low on the priority scale. I see a lot of people out here who have 20, 30 plus pounds to lose. They want to get abs, like that's their goal. And so what they do is like these 15-20 minute ab workouts every day, and that's what they do for exercise. But here's the thing, even if you're doing like my ab challenge specifically to get abs, that is designed to induce hypertrophy in the abdominal muscles, to get you a more developed six-pack so that you can actually build those muscles, see it through layers of fat, that by itself is not a good fat loss tactic. You can't spot reduce. So doing targeted ab work does not mean you're going to lose more fat from your midsection. Losing excess body fat comes down to being in a calorie deficit, burning more calories than you intake. The nuances of which we could spend 3 hours getting into, but overall, like, you do have to be in a calorie deficit to lose fat, which means your workouts need to be efficient at burning more calories. Not necessarily like burning as many calories as you can in one session, but you need to be priming your body in a way to burn more calories through exercise, recovery, rebuilding muscle, etc. For this, as always, I recommend focusing on resistance training. Cardio is not necessarily the best way to lose fat. I'll link to my video about that down in the description box below if you're curious about why I don't recommend cardio for fat loss. But in short, for fat loss, I recommend focusing on resistance training. Not only do you burn calories while you're lifting, but it optimizes your body to burn more calories throughout the day while you're asleep, etc. So here's the difference between ab workouts and not ab workouts for fat loss when you're talking purely about resistance training. So resistance training for abs would basically be my ab challenge that I posted a couple weeks ago. Not recommending not doing that. Still a great ab challenge. Wouldn't have put it out on YouTube if I didn't think it would be helpful for people. But when you're talking about overall fat loss, whether it be actual overall fat loss or trying to reduce fat in your midsection, it's all one and the same because you can't spot reduce. You get so much more out of doing the 5 big compound lifts than you will from training your abs. The compound lifts being squat, deadlift, bench press, overhead press, and barbell row. Here's the thing, your abs tiny little muscles. There's not a lot going on in there. I mean, there's a lot going on in there. Core is very, very important, but actual mass of the muscles is small in comparison to literally the rest of your body. Also, not a huge range of motion that you can take them through. Like small muscles that you can take through a really big range of motion, gonna do a little bit more. But your abs, the range of motion that you have is from here to here. That's not a lot of motion. So all this is to say, your abs are not very efficient at burning calories. Doing ab workouts is not very efficient at burning calories. You have so much more total muscle mass in your legs than you do in your core that they stand to burn so many more calories by training legs rather than training your core. Same with your upper body. If you do a couple sets of push-ups, pull-ups, and shoulder presses, you're gonna burn so many more calories than you will if you do a couple sets of reverse crunches, cable crunches, and oblique crunches. So what I'm trying to say here is if you have excess body fat to lose and you want to see abs, or maybe you don't want to see abs if you just want to lose excess body fat, but I'm talking to people that want to see abs. If you want to see your abs but you have excess body fat, you should absolutely be prioritizing training your full body. Doing 15 to 20 ab workouts is not a waste of time, but it is a very inefficient use of your time. Training your abs specifically should be not your last priority, but definitely not your main priority. That's why with my ab challenge, I recommend sticking it on the end of a pre-existing workout program, like my program Brains and Gains, or like a program from MINDPUMP. Speaking of which, I do have a discount code for them, by the way. I've had it for a while. It's Fit and Nerdy for 10% off. It kills me seeing so many people and like trainers and professionals in this space basically baiting people with like 6-minute ab workouts and like, this is all you need to get a six pack. It's like, no. People just like to feel like they're training their abs if they want to get abs, and so they prey on that need people have to feel like they're training the part of the body that they want to see, when that's not efficient. What I really should do is make a 6-pack ab challenge that literally has no ab work in it. It would literally just be a good workout that uses the 5 main compound lifts. Should I do that? Do you want me to do that? You can basically just look at my workout playlist to see the workouts that I recommend. But I feel like I'm getting rambling and ranty right now and disorganized, but I hope my point is coming across that, like, if you want to see visible abs, unless you're already relatively lean or potentially kind of on the skinny fat side of things, ab training should not be your priority. Exercise should focus around the 5 main compound lifts, lifting heavy, lifting generally in the strength hypertrophy range. And your next priority should be nutrition. Like, get your nutrition on point. Be in a slight calorie deficit. You don't need a huge calorie deficit. You don't need to cut out any foods. You can watch my previous videos that I've posted recently about my own fat loss journey and how I'm approaching it. I'm not cutting anything out. I'm still eating dessert. I'm in like a 75 calorie deficit. I don't even know, but it's tiny. And I'm losing the fat that way. You don't have to majorly restrict to see abs. Like, those should be your top 2 priorities. Beyond that, sleep. Like, sleep is more of a priority than training your abs when it comes to seeing abs. Managing your stress, also more of a priority than training your abs. If all of those 4, 5, whatever, however many mentioned things are on point, then add your ab work. Trying to lose fat by doing a bunch of crunches is like trying to lose fat doing a bunch of bicep curls. You can do a lot, you can make it burn, but the burn doesn't really mean it's doing anything. And it's such a small muscle group that it's really not gonna make a very big difference. So I guess the point that I wanna make is kind of the point that I always wanna make, which is that your abs are not special. There's really not anything different that you need to or should be doing to get abs that doesn't apply to just overall fat loss and things that you need to do to overall get lean. If cutting out the extra 15 to 20 minutes of ab work means that you can meal prep and have a healthier diet that's more in line with your goals, do that. If cutting out 15 to 20 minutes of ab work means that you can add more compound lifts like squat, deadlift, bench press, overhead press, barbell row, do that. If cutting out the ab work means you can get more sleep, absolutely do that. If cutting out the ab work means you can spend more time meditating, organizing your life, doing things that are gonna de-stress you, do that. Treat ab work as accessory to add once everything else is on point. It is absolutely not the end-all be-all of getting abs, and it's one of the least efficient ways to get abs if that's all you're doing. So now that I've gotten myself all worked up about abs, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna go to the gym later today, do my upper body workout, which is when I usually add abs, but if I don't have time for the abs at the end, I'm gonna skip it. It's not gonna be a big deal. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything I talked about today, leave them down in the comments below. Since this is still on my desk, make sure you go check out the 4 Sigmatic protein, also linked down below. If you want to see more videos from me all about health and fitness, you can check them out over here. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Really to support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Share this video with your friends, your family, and your neighbors. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!